Please state your name.
Timothy Adultery,
Where do you live, Mr. Blade?
Tennessee,
How long have you lived there?
about 4 months.
And where do you work?
I'm gonna start working in Nashville on Monday.
Where are you working now?
Yesterday was my last day, worked for East Coast Metals down in Memphis.
You working for the same company?
Yes, sir.
You just changed it from Memphis to Nashville.
Yes, sir.
We were here earlier, back in June, I think, for Judge Lockett Nash, and she put down an order about visitation. Your visitation ended at noon on Sunday, is that correct?
Yes.
And was that done so you got time to get back to work?
It didn't matter to me whether it was noon or 7:30 on or 6 o'clock on Sunday, because I left early in the morning on Mondays to get down to Memphis. So,
Now you'll be here in Nashville.
yes,
How long have you and Miss Wade been married?
honestly, at this point, I don't remember when we got married.
You remember when you separated?
Yeah, it was early November 2018, just before election day.
And why did you separate?
Well, I was getting ready to go to work on a Friday after returning I left TDOT in Nashville and home. And I was supposed to go pick up the girls, but she told me that she got them, so I went back to the house for a moment. And then I wanted to go to work, but before I even could go to work, my phone come up missing. I had to go buy a new one. And at that point, I went to my dad's and then stayed at my dad's from that point forward. And then find out she placed order of protection against me, so that barred me from home without any clothes, medication, and personal hygiene items, so on and so forth.
You've been separated since that time.
Yes,
Do the two of you own any real property?
I don't own any real property.
Do you have the personal property in your possession that belongs to you?
Not everything of mine, my stuff, no.
Did you take the time to prepare a list of property that you say is still left at the marital residence?
To the best of my ability, yes, sir.
Is that the list?
Yes, this is the list.
You mind going through that list, please?
To start off, I have a small statement. I've not been allowed the residence for over 2 years. This isn't a complete God only knows what is left without my permission. Basically, anything that was mine before marriage or outside 20-volt cordless string trimmer.
Your Honor, we may be able to expedite this in that my client only has an objection to 4 items on the list. We just got it 2 minutes ago, so I hadn't seen it before then, but my client has 1 under living room, 1 under kitchen, 1 under Lindsay's room, and 1 under Aubrey and Ella's room. That's the only objection.
If you want to identify those for Mr. Jackson, then he can address those 4 items.
Let's see, 1 is the mainstays desk and chair from Walmart. That one. And then 1 is the kitchen table in the kitchen.
Kitchen table with expansion.
Yes. And then in Lindsay's room, it's the wooden desk and wooden chair. And then in Aubrey and Ella's room, it's the wooden dresser. And that would be it.
Okay, Mr. Wade, the stipulation that all this property you listed here is in fact yours with the exception of 4 items.
That's incorrect, sir.
The first item is a mainstay desk.
Before we even get into the testimony, let's set the stage. Because this isn't just a routine custody hearing, it's shaping up to be a slow-burning legal collision. On one side, you've got a father who says he's been locked out of his own life, cut off from his home, his belongings, and most importantly, consistent time with his kids. On the other side, a mother whose decisions and actions are already raising eyebrows before she's even taken the stand. And sitting right in the middle of it all? A judge who's heard enough of these disputes to know when something doesn't quite add up. Now here's where it gets interesting. This case isn't just about who gets what property, or how weekends are scheduled. It's about credibility, consistency, and control. When stories start shifting, when timelines get fuzzy, and when emotions start creeping into what should be straightforward answers, that's when things unravel fast. So as we go through this, pay close attention. Not just to what's being said, but how it's being said. Because in court, the smallest detail can carry the biggest weight. And trust me, there are moments in this hearing where everything
And one desk chair from Walmart, which you say is obtained before marriage when you lived in Dixon.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, I bought it when I moved in with her in Dixon after I moved from Murfreesboro.
Did you move in with her before you were married to her?
Yes,
So you acquired that prior to the marriage?
yes, sir.
And the kitchen table expansion leaf and 7 chairs that you say you inherited from your father's parents.
Yes, sir. That is from, it was made in Tell City, Indiana. And I remember many Christmases and Thanksgivings sitting around that table. So I would like that back. 'Cause it's-
So that's inherited, is that in fact inherited from your grandparents?
Yes,
And it was in your possession?
it was in my possession prior to marriage.
Was it in your possession prior to the marriage?
Yes,
And one wooden desk and one wooden chair that you say is in Lindsay's room and was inherited from your mother.
yeah, she gave it to us, so Lindsay could use it in her
Your
room.
mother is not deceased,
She's in the courtroom space, sir.
so it was not inherited. Did she give it to you?
Yeah, I gave it.
Give it to you or give it to both of them?
I guess she gave it to both of us.
One wooden dresser belonged to you and your brother while you were growing up.
Yes, sir.
Did that in fact belong to you and your brother when you were
Yes.
growing up?
Yes, sir.
In your possession prior to your marriage?
Yes, sir.
You didn't give it to her, did you? Well, we'd like to make this list, Jim.
All right, mark it as Exhibit 1.
So the two of you divorced, separated. And pursuant to this order that Judge Lockhart Nash put down, you're currently paying child support, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How much are you paying each month?
1,014.
And your current visitation is what?
Friday evening from 7:30 PM till noon on Sunday.
Is that every weekend?
Every
Are you asking court to give you custody of your children today?
I would like to get as much time as possible with my children. I've been,
So you'd like to see the visitation expanded
yes, sir.
to what?
I have the bare minimum that I have submitted to you to, that's my bare, that's what I'd like to see. My proposal.
Tell that to the court. What are you asking the court to do? What are visitations between you and your children?
I need to have a copy of it in front of me, sir. I need a copy of it in front of me to read it. I don't. I made that a while ago.
Well, he leave the witness stand.
Right away, you can sense something important here: the timeline. The separation didn't just happen randomly, it's tied to a very specific chain of events. Missing phone, sudden departure, and then boom, a protection order that locks him out of his own home without even basic necessities. That's not a minor inconvenience, that's a complete disruption of someone's daily life. And here's the key question: was this a necessary protective measure, or the opening move in a much larger dispute? Because once a protection order is in place, it changes everything: access, communication, even perception. From that moment forward, one party is already on the defensive. So ask yourself, are we looking at a justified reaction?
But he comes over to the table.
Get down and find it for him.
We're ready. All right, so, January, father shall have custody of the girls Friday evening, 1800 or 6 p.m. until 1800, 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, so every weekend. Same for February, March is altered a little bit. Father shall have custody of the girls from Friday evening at 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. During spring break, mother has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, father picks up at 1800, has girls until 1800 on Sunday evening. April, father shall have custody of the girls from Friday evening at 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. During Easter weekend, we alternate schedule odd even years. Father gets girls Thursday at 1800 through Saturday at 1800. Mother has girls Easter Sunday the following year, and would follow normal weekend schedule. May, father shall have custody of girls from Friday evening, 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. During Mother's Day weekend and Memorial Day weekend, the schedule is slightly altered. Mother's Day weekend, father will pick up on Friday as normal and normally scheduled, and return girls to mother at 1800 on Saturday. Mother will have girls on Mother's Day, Memorial Day weekend. Fathers keep scheduled Friday pickup and will return girls on Memorial Day at 1800 to mother. June, father shall have custody of the girls from Friday evening at 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. In this month, father shall have 2 consecutive weeks with the girls. These weeks are the week prior to Father's Day and the week of Father's Day. Father will follow a normal pickup drop-off schedule surrounding these 2 weeks with the girls. I had originally made a calendar, but I didn't include it. In July, this month will be scheduled much different than most. Father shall have custody of the girls Friday evening, 1800 until 1800 Sunday evening. Alterations this month are best understood.
Story shifts from emotional to practical, and honestly, a little revealing. He hasn't been allowed back into the residence for over 2 years. 2 years. That's not a temporary disagreement, that's a long-term separation with unresolved issues piling up. And now we're talking about property, lists, missing items, uncertainty about what's even left. That line, "God only knows what is left," isn't just frustration, it hints at a lack of transparency. Property disputes in divorce cases might sound mundane, but they often expose deeper issues: control, communication breakdown, and sometimes even spite. So the question,
Looking at the calendar that I'm supposed to attach to. Father has 2 full weeks with the girls. Once I want 4th of July weekend and skip a week, and then another full week. Father will follow normal pickup drop-off schedule surrounding each of these 4 weeks. August pretty much goes back to the norm of father shall have custody on weekends, Friday evening until 1800 Friday until 1800 on Sunday evening. September, father shall have custody of the girls Friday evening. That's supposed to say 1800. I think that get corrected. That's supposed to say 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. Labor Day weekend is the only alteration to the standard schedule. Father shall keep girls until 1800 on Labor Day. October, father shall have custody of the girls from Friday evening 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. Fall break, alteration to schedule. Father shall have girls during the 2nd week of fall break. Father will pick up as normally scheduled on Friday at 1800 and return girls back to their mother at 1800 on Sunday, following father's full week. Don't have the calendar, but November. Father shall have custody of the girls from Friday evening at 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. The only alteration in the schedule will be on Black Friday after Thanksgiving. Father will pick up at 1700. Mother would have the girls every Thanksgiving. Father shall have custody of the girls Friday I'm sorry, this is for December. Father show. Custody of girls Friday evening 1800 until 1800 on Sunday evening. Alteration to schedule for winter break and Christmas holiday. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day will be alternated every year. Also split winter break to coincide with Christmas schedule and then, so whatever those school schedules. Additional points, any travel plans further than 5 hours away from by car from Nashville must be cleared within the other 30 days to travel.
Like to make that exhibit, John.
Mark it as exhibit 2.
Currently, with the visitation that you have, does your wife ask you to keep the children more than you've been allotted by the order?
Yes, sir.
How often does that happen?
Fairly frequent, yes. I mean, it's, last week she asked that if my mother, she asked last week that if my mother could pick up the girls early. I just tell her no.
So you're actually getting more visitation than the court order.
And then 2 or 3 weeks ago, she also was not feeling well and asked me to keep them till like 2, and then we pushed it back to 3 p.m. on Sunday because she wasn't feeling well. So yes, I've been getting some more time, but some of the occasions where she's asked, I pushed back and told her no.
You're still making the same salary you were making when we had the pending life, 45,000 a year.
Yes, sir.
Are you capped out?
For my position that I was at in Memphis, they weren't gonna change my salary at all. I don't know what my actual position will be in Nashville, but I do believe my income is not changing.
But your income, so your income is the same.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you have one daughter named Aubrey, is that correct?
My daughter named Aubrey Marie. Yes,
Does she have health issues?
yes.
And what are those issues?
Absent seizures. Allergies.
Until recently, did you know she had been prescribed albuterol? An inhaler?
I mean, I know she was supposed to have it, but it didn't always get packed in the bag for us to use if she needed it.
How did you find out?
Lori has mentioned it, that, you know, if she was wheezing and that, you know, if she needed it, but a lot of times we didn't have it to give it to her.
Did you find a prescription in her overnight bag?
Yeah.
And when was that prescription dated?
February of this year,
When did you find it?
about a month ago. Maybe a little less.
Had the prescription been filled?
It was filled and hadn't even been used once.
You say.
It hadn't been used once until we used it that weekend. We had it.
You know it was prescribed in February.
That's from reading the label, yes.
Did you obtain that prescription or did you want it?
I didn't buy it or anything that was sent from Lori.
Do you know whether or not your children are in preschool?
It has been expressed that Aubrey's been enrolled in preschool, but I reasonably believe that she has not been to preschool because it has been texted to me that she's kept Aubrey home due to illness and also that she is taking the girls to work. And she's told me this in text message.
Taking the girls to work?
Yes, sir.
Where does she work?
Somewhere in Nashville if she's not working from home. I don't have address or I don't even know the fire name. I know that was probably covered before, but at this point, we're several months out from it.
You have the name and telephone number of who she says is the caretaker. Is that correct?
I have the name and phone number. She didn't give it to me very easily. I had to ask for it and she shouldn't have to have asked for it.
So you have their address?
I don't have the address.
You have no idea.
Now we're zeroing in on specific items, And suddenly this isn't just about furniture, it's about history. That kitchen table? That's not just a table. It's family memories, holidays, traditions. And courts actually take that into account more than people realize. But here's the tension: what counts as personal property versus shared marital property? That line gets blurry fast, especially when items were brought into the relationship